This story is about a poor dog stuck in a chamber. The girl was there for 3 days due to a flash flood. Look at this disgusting place. Because of the heavy water current, the poor fellow moved to this huge pipe and got stuck there. It was a quite difficult rescue mission, but after some effort of the whole rescue team, the dog was saved. Be careful, princess. Meet a new arrival in a rescue center, a very cute fox cub. His mother left him alone. The mission is to reunite the fox cub with the mother. Rescuers are gonna put it back in the garden where it was dropped, and hopefully mama will take him back. After 2 hours of waiting with no sign of the mama vixen, rescuers made the difficult decision to bring the baby back to the center. Back in the center, he got a nice dinner from a syringe. And after the vet team assessed the cub, luckily there weren't any obvious problems visible, so the baby met his new sibling. These two will be raised together and released back into the wild together. Unfortunately, this baby bat flew into a building with a glass roof. He smacked into the glass trying to get out.
Okay, he can't get out from there and I can get him down now.
And he smacked into the atrium glass at the other end. It's not like bats can understand glass and recognize that it's not a way out. After some time of trying to catch him, finally they got him. He's a bit spacey, and he was so hungry that he drank all his juice. So he will get all the medical care he needs. Afterwards, he will be released to freedom. We wish him the best. This puppy was found all alone on a rainy, cold day. The puppy was very scared, dirty, frozen, and very hungry. In the car driving to the vet, he didn't move. There were several disgusting flies and huge ticks over his body. His situation looks very bad, but the vets are doing everything necessary to save his life. No animal deserves this. So now he has a hope. No animal should be in this situation, so he will remain in the clinic as long as needed. Unfortunately, after 2 days in the clinic, this poor puppy lost the battle for life. Rest in peace, beautiful baby. Small Fry was found floating by a fisherman. There was a very large, terrible tumor on his left eye. Small Fry required surgery to remove the tumor. It was also necessary to remove the entire eye because the tumor was so extensive. This resilient sea turtle was cleared for release and returned to the wild. He got through a lot. Small Fry lost an eye, but not his fighting spirit. So today is Fry's release day. All of the volunteers gathered to say goodbye to him. Now look at this dramatic rescue operation. A wild leopard was found trapped for hours in a well. The forest department joined forces with helpful villagers to pull off a successful rescue and release operation. At first, the big kitty was scared of the metal cage, but this smart leopard realized that this was the only way out. She jumped inside. The young feline was later safely released back into the wild. The dog rescue shelter received a call about a dog that had been abandoned. Lonely, hungry, and frozen, he was wandering around searching for food. Look at this poor fellow. Frightened and starving, he didn't want to trust rescuers, so it was really hard to get him. The doggy was so stressed in the trap, but everything's gonna be all right, baby. Right after that, they visited the vet clinic, and he was covered in ticks. Also, he got a fever, and the test results were not good at all. He will receive treatments of antibiotics for 3 weeks. So now, he feels much better according to his joyous and playful behavior. So everything's gonna be all right for sure. On the way to his shop, this man heard a kitten crying. But when the baby saw the man, she ran away. She has to live in much better conditions. But it was hard to catch her. She kept escaping. She was starving and missing her mommy. Where's her mother and family? No one knows. There was only one solution to bring her, to lure her with some food. And it worked. She ate so greedily. At home, she was fed with a much more delicious meal, and she met her new brothers, 2 little puppies. They played with her and loved her, but she hid and started crying. She was crying all the time. But when her new owner pet her, she was purring. And finally, she felt safe and calm in her new home. The owl was trapped in a dirty pond right in this Buddhist monastery. Kind monks saved the unfortunate bird. They washed all her feathers and helped her to rehab. After monks put her in the blanket to dry up, she tried to escape. But everything's okay, darling. Afterwards, she was released back into the wild. The owl flew away, saying, "Thank you." A rescuer was called out to an emergency with the deer that was stuck in the swimming pool. She had probably been there quite a while and exhausted. So Sarah the rescuer decided to try and grab her right from the pool. Unfortunately, the poor doe has lost one of her lower limbs. But that was before this situation. The minor injuries she sustained are only superficial and will heal in time. Braving the cold water, Sarah had to find a way of safely getting the deer under control so that it could be set free once more. And finally, the deer was free and everyone was fine. Except for Sarah's wet jeans. This unlucky lizard got a lot of attention on social media after he was rescued by his owner with a drone. Pete the chameleon is temporarily blind, so he got loose from his enclosure. With an eye infection he can't see, and he got lost. Pete crawled through the netting, and then it rained. 2 days after that, Vincent the owner saw Pete's green tail hanging over the ledge of his apartment. Vincent couldn't find a ladder to get on the roof, so he used a drone. So the whole mission was not easy, but it was successful. Pete is now reunited with his owner. Let's wish Pete heals his eye as soon as possible so this doesn't happen again. Rescuers found Cav Rish collapsed and half-starved. He was abandoned to fend for himself in a world of boundary walls, fences, roads full of cars, and garbage. Kind rescuers scooped him up and brought him back to life with food and snuggles. The poor boy desperately missed his mother, who's probably broken-hearted for missing him. This is a really heartwarming picture. People brought him to the vet. Fortunately, his bones were not injured. So he went through rehab and look at him now. He's eating fresh grass and hanging out with his new cow family. Also, Rish receives a lot of love from people and his new siblings. These little guys were found nearly dead in the mountains of Utah. The people who found them were really concerned because the babies didn't move as their horse stepped over them. They decided to do something. So the people put them in a box for transport back home. The local rehabilitation center told them if they brought the babies, they would be euthanized because it's illegal. Frustrated, they prayed for a miracle. That miracle came in the form of Sarah Jacobson from Wild Wonders. She found homes for them in different rescue centers. That's so amazing, like a miracle. Hope for Paws received a call about a very nervous homeless dog. So volunteers started to try and catch her. She was so aggressive that it could be dangerous. She was hiding and was really angry about the people around her. The situation was extremely dangerous and hard. They decided to act very slowly. Luckily, she was hungry, and finally they could catch her. Afterwards, they had to deal with a much harder mission, to put the dog into a cage. As the shelter workers were prepared for that complicated case, they used a fake arm to calm her down and got used to a human arm. So it was cool to see her wagging tail for the first time. Look at this happy dog now. Be good, Maddie. Are you in agreement that every day for animals should be beautiful? Every act of kindness makes a difference. And together, we can change the world. Did you like this video? Tell me in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you!